So today I'm going to be giving you my first impressions on the 7 current releases from Galleria Parfums. If you guys are unaware, this is Ashton's fragrance line, Gents Scents. He just came out with this here in the past couple months. He actually sent me over samples of all 7 of the scents. I've known Ashton for a while now. We've chatted back and forth. I've gone to him for advice back when my channel was super small, so he's kind enough to send these out for me to check out. And I've been sitting on these for a while. They've still been wrapped in bubble wrap. I just now pulled them all out. I'm going to try them all on camera for the first time, except for one of them. I have actually opened up one of them and smelled it a while ago, so I'm going to start with that one first. But the rest of them, I haven't touched, I haven't smelled, I haven't checked out or anything. So this is going to be a full first impressions aside for one. And I also haven't looked at note breakdowns or anything like that. I'm just going off of the scent and the name, because the naming of a lot of these fragrances will kind of hint to the type of experience you're going to get when wearing the scent. So that's really all I'm going to be working off of here. So hopefully you guys are ready to check this out with me. If you want to check out Galleria, their link will be down below. So let's go and start off with Dreamwoods. And we're starting here because this is the first one that I tried. You know, I got all of these in and I couldn't wait. I had to try at least one of them, and this is the one I chose. So this is not going to be a first impressions legitimately, because I have smelled this once before. Like I said, everything else, I have no idea what it smells like. This one I do have somewhat of an idea, but I do want to try it on camera again anyway. And it has been probably over a week or so since I've smelled this last. So I'm going to give it a couple sprays here on the tester strip, and we're going to check this out together. So right off the bat, it's kind of nice, smooth, and creamy, woody fragrance. Now, I don't really get too much of a citrus top note about this one. It's really all for me about this nice, smooth woodiness, this kind of creaminess. I'm assuming some sandalwood, some cedarwood. I don't really get any oud or anything like that, although maybe if it is listed, it would be a very mild oud. It's not really about oud or anything like that. For me, this is about just this nice, smooth woodiness. Picture that this paints in my head is if I was stepping out like onto my deck, surrounded by like a wooded region. You're just smelling the air. Maybe you're walking through the woods, walking through the forest, walking on a hiking trail, and just smelling kind of the nature and everything like that. Just being outdoors. It has this very nice, smooth woodiness. It smells great. Again, this is something I have smelled once before, so I kind of knew going into that right now. The quality on this one really shows through, because there's nothing about it that's sharp or synthetic or scratchy. Right off the bat in the opening, there's nothing that sticks out. There's nothing that feels like it. There's nothing that sticks out. There's nothing that feels like it shouldn't be long. It just smells really nice and pleasant overall. So Dreamwoods is honestly really nice. And I found for me that as this one dries down more, I start to like it more. As it really starts to settle and those woods really start to come and it gets kind of warm and creamy. And that's when I like it the most. Dreamwoods here, I really enjoy this one. So up next, we're going to check out Victorian Tobacco. So I've been really excited to try this one. Again, they've just been sitting here, still wrapped in bubble wrap, because I've been waiting to try these live on camera along with you guys. So Victorian Tobacco, let's give it a spray. And we're going to see what this one is all about. Obviously, like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't have notes, I haven't looked, but you know, the names of these are very fitting to the scents. So I know it's going to be a tobacco fragrance. Oh, man, that smells nice. The picture that this puts in my head is like you're walking into this older style of a house. You're walking into this older Victorian style of a house, something that has just a lot of woodwork and older paintings and stuff. And someone's maybe smoking a nice pipe tobacco. Someone has a nice drink alongside of it. That's kind of what this smells like to me. It just has this rich depth to it, like this rich type of smell. And it just has this almost vintage type of smell. And I don't mean that like this smells old, like an old person. I mean it just has this kind of high-end, luxury smelling tobacco scent. It just has this smell of like almost luxury and royalty in a way, and it just kind of reminds me of if you're walking into like a Victorian mansion or just a house that is styled in an older type of way. And there is tobacco, and there's some other kind of like a chocolatey type of thing. A little bit of a chocolatiness, maybe a slight boozy kick, but not like a whiskey or anything, more of like a malt or, you know, a heavier type of alcohol, a sweeter type of alcohol. It smells amazing. The tobacco in this is really high quality. There's something about it that is almost like a menthol type of feeling in the kind of the base of the scent, where when I smell it, I can feel it go up into my nose. But again, what I love about this one, just like with Dreamwoods, is the second I sprayed it on, the quality comes across right away. It speaks for itself. I mean, man, this one is a mind blower. This is one where I would have to wear it on skin to fully experience it. Right now, I just have it on paper. This is one where I'm going to want to wear it on skin, really give it some testing, really give it some wearing so I can fully experience it. But right off the bat, I love it. And again, I'm a big fan of tobacco and fragrances, especially in this time of the year. This would be perfect for wintertime. This would be perfect for the holidays. Nice tobacco with this almost chocolatey type of smell. This one's a stunner. Moving along, we're going to go ahead and go with Moving Times. So this one, very interesting name. I like it. Let's go and check this out. See what we have here. Give it a couple sprays and see what's going on. So this one opens up fresh. This is a kind of completely 180, 360 here from Victorian Tobacco. So it's kind of fresh. And there's something in here that I can't quite pinpoint what it is. It's not like an herbal smell, but it's this almost like powdery citrus, almost like fruity-ish, citry, powdery type of mixture. I don't know. See, this is another one where it's kind of challenging to me because niche and designer, I don't really have anything else that smells like this. This doesn't remind me of anything else, and that's kind of been the same with the other two that we smelled so far. There's a little bit of a sweetness in here, so it's kind of sweet, powdery, like kind of fruity, citrusy, bright as well. I find this one to be interesting. Again, I can't quite put my finger on exactly how to describe to you what this would smell like. Again, I would need to look at a note breakdown. I would need to study this one and test it more. But I do like it. This is interesting. It's different. And if I was to think of, when I could wear this, it could be more of a spring, fall type of fragrance, transitional. Summertime, this one may have a bit too much depth there in the base. Wintertime, maybe a bit too much freshness. I think this one strikes a really good balance between fresh and sweet, and fragrances like this I like to wear in fall and in spring, just the transitional seasons. This one smells great though, really interesting. All right, moving up next we have Cognac Cafe. Very excited about this one. I love coffee and fragrances. I love cognac and fragrances. This is the best of both worlds. I have quite a few Kilian fragrances, and Kilian, the house of Kilian, Kilian Paris by Kilian, is known for creating these photorealistic, boozy fragrances, and some do have coffee. Intoxicated by Kilian is amazing. Black Phantom by Kilian is this amazing kind of Irish cream coffee-ish smelling thing with this boozy touch. A lot of them are fantastic. And let's go and check out Cognac Cafe here and see what I think of this one. Again, very excited. This is my style here recently. I've been loving fragrances like this for wintertime, especially with the holidays. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Oh man. Right off the top, I get this cognac smell. Now, I've heard where some people have said that they don't really get like a boozy touch or a cognac smell, but for me, it's evident right off the top. And it kind of reminds me of the alcohol accord and feel that I get from something like Kilian Black Phantom. That one kind of has a similar thing, where it's this kind of coffee mixture, coffee boozy mixture. And I get the same thing here. Now, I'm not saying that this smells like the Kilian because they're different, but what I'm trying to convey to you is the type of booziness that this is using is kind of comparable to the Kilian to me. It's got just a little bit of a freshness in here, but really for me, it's all about that coffee. It's all about that cognac, this nice, intoxicating, beautiful liquor smell. This probably, I would say right now, is going to be my favorite out of the ones we've tried, hands down. Even though Victorian Tobacco is really my style as well, and is, again, very complex. When I'm thinking about, okay, what am I going to reach for and what am I going to gravitate towards and wear, it's going to be Cognac Cafe so far. This one is a stunner. Oh man, does that smell nice. I love it. This is a really good one here. I'm going to have to get a full bottle of this one for sure. This could be something that you could wear on Christmas, Christmas Eve, even New Year's Eve, just kind of the holiday times, Thanksgiving even, though that's in the past by now, just around this time of year when it's getting cooler, when the holidays are in full swing. This type of thing is cozy, it's warm, it's sexy, it's inviting, and it's beautiful. This could be a great date fragrance. This could be a great evening out fragrance, going out for a night on the town, going to the bars, going to a nice fancy dinner in the evening. This one is awesome. Another one where I'm going to have to give it a spray on skin and really let it develop. Awesome stuff here. So up next we have Dusk to Dawn. So this is a really interesting one. To me, it sounds like just a night out on the town, man. I mean, you're going out in the evening, partying, maybe being with a significant other, just doing fun stuff, and then the coming up, and then you're getting home early in the morning, the sun's coming up. And also this one does have a darker color fragrance itself compared to some of the others. I'm talking about the juice color. So this one's going to be interesting. I'm excited to check this one out and see what this one is about. Let's see what we have. Okay, nice and spicy up top. Definitely a cardamom note in here. Yeah, 100% a cardamom note. This one has cardamom, a little bit of this mintiness. I don't know if it's like a geranium or if it's a mint. But I do almost feel like I get this minty type of smell and texture. Minty cardamom, spiciness right off the top. Oh, man, dude. This is another one where it might be one of my favorites. I'm not going to quite say that this one goes above Cognac Cafe, but right there underneath it. This one's warm, it's inviting, it's sexy, and like I predicted, this would be a perfect evening out and date fragrance. Dusk to Dawn, really nice fitting name, and it really just kind of paints the picture of going out in the evening with your wife, with your girlfriend, with, you know, the person that you love spending time with, and just having fun together, making memories, having intimate moments, going out, and not getting back until, you know, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, just as the sun is starting to creep up. Just you've had a full night of fun and, you know, being playful and just having a great time, and just having a fragrance to allure her and invite her in. This one is incredible. Really happy with this one. Again, it's warm, spicy, sexy, slightly oriental, and smells amazing. Again, the thing is there's a lot of fragrances on the market that would be good for the scenario that I described. There's a lot of date fragrances and just kind of evening out sexy fragrances out there. It's where it could be hard to kind of, you know, create your own and to find one that would fit into that category but not smell like anything else. And to me, I don't have anything else that smells like this. There's going to be some people who will look at a certain note and then compare this fragrance to other fragrances with that note. So for example, I'm getting a cardamom from this. Some people may say that, oh, it's got cardamom, it smells like La Nuit de L'Homme. That's a night out fragrance, that's a date fragrance. But for me, other than the fact that this has cardamom, it doesn't smell anything like La Nuit de L'Homme. It doesn't smell anything like, you know, for example, if this had a little bit of amber, it doesn't smell anything like Dolce & Gabbana The One. So for me, it kind of fits into this category where it really kind of carved in its own little spot and is up there with being a really nice date fragrance. This one here is awesome. So far, probably my second favorite and almost probably tied with Cognac Cafe. This one is stellar. Okay, up next we're going to go ahead and do Shades of Seduction. So this one sounds like another one that might be like an evening out, date night type of fragrance. So that sort of thing. Going to be a very sexy and seductive fragrance, obviously. So, ooh, this one's nice. So right off the bat for me, I get more of a freshness from this one. Opens up a little bit more fresh than compared to something like Dusk to Dawn. Fresh, a little bit of a fruity powderiness in here. It smells nice, I'll be honest. I like the other ones better just right off the bat here as I'm trying to decipher this one. This is another one where it benefit to wear it on skin. I think if I was to choose something like a date night fragrance, it would probably be like Dusk to Dawn or Cognac Cafe. But this one does smell nice, so it's got that powdery sexiness in here. A little bit of a fruitiness up top, a little bit of a citrus up top, giving it like a nice fresh pop. It really would radiate off the skin. And as it starts to settle down, some more sweetness and some more kind of warmth starts to come in. I like this one. It's nice, but again, if I'm going to choose, you know, which ones are my favorites here, I'm going to be going back to Cognac Cafe and Shades of Seduction. Although this one does smell really nice as well. And again, quality-wise, none of that citrus fruitiness up top was sharp or synthetic or unnatural in any way. So, you know, big plus there. I mean, quality all around has been incredible. I like this one, but again, not one of my favorites so far. Last fragrance up, we have By the Yuzu Grove. So this one obviously is going to be a fresh yuzu fragrance. I would imagine, maybe I could be wrong, but I would imagine I'm probably right. So I'm thinking more spring and summer here. Let's check it out. Oh man, that is nice. Nice, vibrant, effervescent bergamot right there. Oh man, that's good. That's a nice photorealistic citrus pop. It's got that bergamot. I'm getting some kind of grapefruit as well, just this nice tart juiciness. And of course this yuzu in here. This one smells good. Now this is my jam when it comes to summer. If you guys have followed the channel, you would know that in my beginning stages of collecting, I was all about the freshies. I was all about the citruses. I was all about the aquatics. And if you would have given this to me 2 years ago when I was just, obsessed and focused on only that, I would have been in love. And I still do really like it. Smells amazing. It'd be perfect for summertime, perfect for springtime. But for me, as my taste has changed over the years, I'm really going more towards the sweet stuff now. Again, my favorites so far that I've tried today are going to be Cognac Cafe. It's going to be Dusk to Dawn. And probably my third would be Victorian Tobacco. Following that would probably be Dreamwoods. And maybe this one would come next. Again, I would have to go through and test all of these on skin and really kind of gather my thoughts, because this is a lot to process here all at once for the first time. But by the Yuzu Grove, this smells amazing. That citrus is very photorealistic, very bright, effervescent. And again, when it comes to creating something like this, obviously you guys know that I've released my own 2 fragrances as well. And so I know what kind of goes into it. I know the modifications that need to be made. And I know just talking about, the budgeting and getting the quality right. I mean, if you're not careful, you can end up having something that smells unnatural, doesn't smell right, especially in the opening when you're dealing with a lot of citruses. But I can tell you here that this one was done right. It was done the correct way. Nothing sticks out and smells like it shouldn't belong. Nothing is synthetic or unnatural. Very smooth, very well blended, right from the second you spray it on. And I've had some experience. Just for example, today I was checking out a couple new designer scents that I got in, and right in the opening I was like, okay, this is a little bit rough. This is a little bit, not that smooth. But checking these out, you're able to kind of see the quality and see just the budgets and the quality of materials that go into these to make them smooth right from the second you spray it on. And that's not something that you get from everything. Most designers, anywhere from $30 even up to $100, just don't have that type of effort put into them. But again, here with this one and with all the others, I can see the quality, I can see the effort. This is a really nice one. Again, my favorites, I already talked about it a second ago. This one would be perfect for spring and summertime. Very nice photorealistic citrus. So guys, that's going to do it for me. That was my first impressions on the 7 fragrances from Galleria Parfums. Again, big thanks to Ashton for sending these samples out to me to check out and to share with you guys. Other than Dreamwoods, which I had smelled once before, all the rest of them were my first initial thoughts here on camera. Again, there are some serious stunners and heavy hitters in here. Going from me having a lot of fragrances in my collection to smelling even more than that, a lot of them being kind of designers, it's kind of nice to be able to switch it up and to kind of try some things that did challenge me. Victorian Tobacco, that one was a bit hard for me to wrap my head around. Something like Cognac Cafe even was like, okay, I'm racking my brain trying to decipher this fragrance. And there's a couple others where I'm like, all right, I really need to sit down and test these because they have some depth. They really have a lot of thought and time put into them. So guys, a link will be down below to the official website and to Ashton's channel as well if you want to check him out and throw some support his way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.